What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Solange's son, Julez Smith. He's going viral on social media due to him apparently being in a relationship with 41-year-old Tommie Lee. Y'all know I've spoken about Tommie Lee before. She's most known from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She's 41. Didn't know she was that old, but okay. Well, she is apparently dating him and is letting everybody know. Now, we know, listen, I have nothing against Tommie. I used to like Tommie years ago. I think I probably even spoke about this, but she's going off the rails a lot over the years. And now everything she does is for clout. Y'all remember when she was out here talking about how she linked up with Tamar Braxton's Brad X. Y'all remember that? Well, she's back out here doing the most for clout. This woman is 20 years older than this young gentleman. Now, he's an adult male. So he has the right to date whoever he wants. But this is crazy to me that she is putting herself out here with him, knowing how it's going to look. Maybe she doesn't care. Most of these heifers don't. And especially Tommie, who's known for her temper, getting into it with people, and also not having a man of her own. And this is what happens when you have these reality TV personalities who don't have a man of their own. They'll get into, we'll say relationships, but they will put it out there that they're dating somebody. But we all know it's to get people talking about them, to generate interest. But to me, to be running around with this 21-year-old calling him your baby, it's just straight up weird, especially at 41. Because if it was the other way around and we had a 41-year-old man talking about how he's dating a 21-year-old, especially a 21-year-old who's connected to the Knowles family. This is Solange's son. This is Tina Knowles' grandson. And it just wouldn't be tolerated. They'd be cooking him all over social media, calling him a predator. Why are you with her? But the other way around, people are going to praise this. This is becoming a trend. You see it in the NBA. You're seeing all these 40-something-year-old, not 40-something, these 30-something-year-old women trying to date these young 20-something-year-old NBA players. Years ago, they would have said that they would never date a younger man, but they're doing it now because they realize that these younger men, they don't know the world. They ain't been with the experienced women that they are. And these women pull the wool over their eyes to the point to where now apparently these women are getting pregnant by these guys. So let's get into this. Daniel Julez, Jaye Smith Jr. sparked rumors of a romance after being spotted out with reality star Tommie Lee. Julez, the 21-year-old son of Solange Knowles and nephew of Beyonce Knowles Carter. The model appeared in several flirty videos with the 41-year-old Love and Hip Hop Atlanta alum. Daniel Julez, I'll just call him Julez, and Tommie Lee sparking romance rumors. The 21-year-old model, who is the son of Solange Knowles and her former husband, Daniel Smith, was seen spending time with the 41-year-old Love and Hip Hop Atlanta alum in several videos that surfaced on social media on Monday. People reached out to the reps of Smith Jr. and Lee, but did not hear anything back. In a video that appeared to be reposted from her Snapchat account, the reality star and rapper filmed herself receiving a piggyback ride from Julez in a selfie clip as the two walked and laughed together during the night out. A piggyback ride. This was a 41-year-old woman that's 20 years older than him. See, that's the thing about women. Women can be very childlike. And they tell you that's how men are able to get with women. Because they basically talk to them like they're the adult in the relationship. It's a weird psychology, but women go very childlike. in certain situations when they're dealing with men, when they're arguing, or if they're having fun. That's just a psychology of women in their mindset. That's why she's out here getting piggyback rides from a 21-year-old. All right, somebody who she probably would have sworn off before, but she realizes there's just too much clout in it. It's too much clout, and she just can't let it go. So, she's deciding to get involved with this young man, knowing that he's had a troubled past. He has. Do y'all remember? I believe, I could be wrong, but wasn't he the one that dated the girl in high school that had the OnlyFans? Y'all remember that video I made? It's somewhere in the archives. Maybe y'all have seen it. The chick was like 18 in high school with an OnlyFans. And I believe they dated each other. It's just crazy, right? Type of bleep you do when you like somebody. Julez said a few seconds later, she added her baby. So fine. That's what she said. Julez then jokingly said that it's hard to be fine when carrying another person. Still fine, she said, while laughing. Another repost from the same night showed her holding onto his arm after getting down from his back, laughing about their crazy weekend. Additional footage included an Instagram carousel documented Julez and Lee inside of a venue watching a female contortionist perform. Interesting. You can do that, a male voice appeared to be Julez said as he later appeared on camera. Sure can, 2 laughing emojis and better was written over the Snapchat video. The model who walked the runway of Blue Marble Men's Spring 2026 Ready to Wear show during Paris Fashion Week last year recently cleared the air about misconceptions on a recent live stream. When asked what's the hardest part of being raised in the spotlight, he replied misconceptions, adding that strangers have been judging him since the start of his life. Look, the first time I ever heard myself in media, I was in 7th grade, and my mom posted this picture of me. He said of the Cranes in the Sky singer, I was dressed as LL Cool J. I had like this red jumpsuit. I was 13 at the time. Mind you, I had a girlfriend at the time. I went to school and my girlfriend showed me a picture that my mom posted. This is grown ass adults who are calling him gay. At what? 13? Julez said, adding that commenters called him a pretty boy. So he didn't like that. Maybe that's why it seemed like he appeared to be acting out, because he started to act out in his, late teens. He started to start acting out, right? As for Lee, she joined the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in 2026, where her love life was frequently depicted on the series. On the show, Lee said she'd been arrested nearly 30 times. She later spoke to VH1 about welcoming her child while in jail. That's crazy. That's a crazy backstory. Well, one day, says she was sitting in jail, just leaking, and she pressed the button like, please, somebody, can I get checked? She said in a 2016 interview with the outlet. It's hard to get medical attention in jail. Then they said, if you press the button again, you're getting locked down. So when it was our time to get out, says she called her mother and was like, Ma, some is coming out, and it's coming out every day. Eventually, she was transported to the hospital, and because there was no fluid around the baby, she had an emergency C-section. So yeah, that saved her daughter, she said. So these are 2 people. One of them seems to be very broken. Tommie seemed like a very broken woman to me. You look at her exterior, right? And you say to yourself, there's so much potential that was there. Now, she did have work done, but there was potential there years ago. Y'all remember what she did? I think she hopped on Kevin Samuels' live stream. Y'all remember that? She's had so much potential, but she's wasted it, because that's just the nature of a Western woman, is to be a self-sabotager, to sabotage any happiness in her life. Now she's running around with this 21-year-old talking, acting like she's like in high school all over again. which adds to the childlike mindset that women go into when they deal with boys, not men, boys. Like when they go back mentally to being in high school. This is why you're seeing these women drawn to these young men more and more nowadays, right? Women and their mindsets. I just think that Tommie is looking for attention to say, hey, but it just doesn't look right. She's giving off auntie energy around this guy. and I think that's one of the reasons why this is going viral, is because it's like, we don't see it as a couple. And, I just think that because of who he is and who his mother is, maybe she is trying to get close to them. I just think that that's not going to work. I think that Solange may end up putting her foot down. Now, you may not see Solange around him publicly like that, but privately, she's probably there. And I don't think she's really going to. Now, the only way because again, Tommie is older than Solange. Tommie is older than Solange. Tommie is 41. Solange is 39. So he's dating a woman, if they're dating, that's older than his mother. It's older. And again, I just don't believe Tommie Lee has it in her to be in no relationship long term. I just don't. This is a play for attention. I guess it sucks for her that they're ending Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because I know she would love this to be a storyline. But that's where Solange and Tina Knowles them come into play. They wouldn't allow that. They wouldn't allow that. You know what I'm saying? I think she's doing this because, she wants people to follow her on Snapchat or whatever. These people get paid to be on Snapchat now. I just think that this young man is just trying to find his way. And there are also rumors about it. I'm not going to get into those rumors. Y'all may know what those rumors are. I don't have any proof or information, so I'm not going to put that out there. Other people can do that. But honestly, I just think that Tommie is a bunch of wasted potential. And now she has to pull stunts like this in order to get people to notice, which is sad, because I don't think Tommie ever needed to do these types of things. But I guess now, because there's so many other women out here that people can put their focus on, she wants them to put the focus back on her. And that's why she's out here getting piggyback rides from 21-year-olds. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms. Follow me on the Patreon. I got a new exclusive video up there. We talking about them heifers in Houston. I'll put that link in the description box. See y'all next one.